I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for our main event. 12 rounds of heavyweight action between these two great warriors.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Jamil. His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome the Hitman.
All right, gentlemen, one thing, protect yourself at all times, okay?
Round number one, scheduled for the championship distance of 12.
When we get matchups like this, guys that just won't quit, they'll be there every step of the way like Gaddy Ward. Sometimes there comes a point where one fighter thinks he's got himself an advantage, he's done something great, but then the other fighter doesn't go away. How does that play out in the minds of each fighter?
Usually it doesn't affect the kind of guys you just mentioned, Gaddy and Ward. They're made how to cement these guys. They're already set in their ways. They know what they have to do. They're not going to get thrown off just because somebody's still there.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut.
Keep your hands up. Keep working the jab.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. There it is! Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Dynamite's just creating a little bit of real estate for himself. Oh! And he is down. He is down for the first time tonight. So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Trying to go downstairs, but off target.
What do you think is most misunderstood about the heavyweight division?
I think it's human nature for people to see these big Goliaths, that they start to think that, hey, they're more sure of themselves, that these guys have more of an abundance of security about themselves, about confidence. And really, it's the opposite. In some ways, these big giants, they're really unsure of themselves because they know they can do damage. They're also worried about damage being done to them.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
Good defensive skill with the block by the hitman. That shot unable to land. You know, you go out there, a fighter like this, you were just knocked down in the last round. Now you got to go out there, you got to prove to your opponent, hey, I'm fine. You got to prove to the whole arena, hey, look at me, I'm fine.
You also have to prove a lot to yourself, though, don't you?
Yeah, but you have to remember, that's a good question, but you have to remember this fighter has been there before. So just remember, I have dealt with it before. And then you have to beat David Copperfield. A little bit of a magician, a little smoke and mirrors, and con your opponent. Let him think you're all right. Let him think you even want to fight when really you just want to buy a little time.
Keep it going.
Halfway through this round.
He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Oh, look at that. You know you need space to punch. He realizes that, so he pushes his opponent. Blocks that punch. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Nice block by the hitman. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. Able to show you his blocking ability. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. On the mark, the counter punch by the hitman. Good return fire that time. Right back to it upstairs. Able to counter that attack. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway. And then you go into a gray room. You go from a light room to a gray room. And at the end of the hallway, you see a dark room. You don't want to go to that dark room. And you have a choice. You put your feet down, you start backing up. I'm not going to that dark room. This guy is not being taken to that dark room.
snapping jabs by the Hitman. Final 10 seconds. He scored well after being hit himself. Good block by the Hitman. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
He engages in the clinch. Or he scores well with the double jab. And another shot comes in. Good way to protect the midsection. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him, because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
Just missed scoring with that punch. .90 seconds to go in round number 4. Back to the head he goes. Hitting his mark there, going upstairs. And another one lands. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Cus D'Amato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, he's jab. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Both men accurate with their hooks against each other. End of the round here. You can see the fans really enjoying themselves tonight. You know, Teddy, I think maybe more so than any other sport, boxing fans are not just passionate like in other sports, but they are smart and savvy. They know the game inside and out.
Well, they follow the contestants. They do understand the parameters of the game. And you know what? They come here and they kind of demand from those fighters the performance that they expect from them. If they expect a guy to box, you hear them every once in a while saying, hey, come on, you know, let's get that jab working. They act like coaches sometimes.
Lead him to the punch.
Good job fighting from the outside. The Hitman's training regimen probably didn't include much work defensively, because he has been a sitting target all night long.
It's just not moving his head. And you know, the problem when you try to block and you don't move your head, your opponent can put punches together and keep you defensive, your handcuff. But when you move your head, you create an opening. So your opponent throws a punch, he misses, he doesn't put them together. He's worried about something coming back. Right now, the opponent's not worried about anything coming back.
I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy, because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Halfway into round number 5 here. Wow! Dynamite banged by a right hand. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese. He used distance.
Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of 5th gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
Dynamite's pushing away right there. You can see him shoving, trying to create some space. Good counterpunch. So they close out that round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, I know you watch very closely how these trainers go about their business. You were under the tutelage of one of the true legends of the game, the great Customato.
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate. Quite honestly, those opportunities, situations probably don't exist anymore because we've lost a lot of those, you know, really great trainers and managers that boxing was their whole life. I spent 7 years with Customato, and I learned the nuts and bolts from a physical, technical point of view of what's important to give to a fighter, but the psychological part. To understand the pressures that a fighter is under, the fears that a fighter deals with. And if you don't understand that, all the other things don't mean anything, because you have to understand how a fighter's feeling to understand why he's behaving or not behaving a certain way.
The Hitman's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. And a sharp counterpunch by Dynamite. Dynamite showing us that if he pulls this trigger, he's hitting that target. His accuracy is great.
Well, that's part of his ability. You know, I mean, it's not just his hand speed and that he's technically good. You know, he's got a little bit of pop, but he knows when to throw. See, that's important, Joe. Knowing when to let the hands go. He knows exactly what time it is.
Targeting the hooks on each man. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counterpunch. Oh, and there you go. That uppercut absolutely rocked him. Boy, I don't like the way his legs look at all right now. Double jab by the Hitman. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Able to dismiss that body shot. Oh! He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments.
Come on, punch it out.
He's a weeble wobble in the ring right now, just wobbling away. Dynamite staying away from trouble. He's out there on the outside. Wow, look at that, trading shots. Comes right back at him with a left hand. He's bleeding from the side of his face there. End of the round there. He was able to stun his opponent. Teddy, when you're training a guy that's coming off a round where he just got to his man,
What do you do? Do you say, hey, I saw that and here's how you did it? How do you approach that?
Well, you want to make sure you remind them exactly what you're talking about, how he set it up. Don't think about just the big punch that landed. Remember how you got to that point.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own.
Let's see some more head. Let's see some more head. Get out of the way.
Wow, just like the old timers, a 4-punch combo. Wow! The Hitman's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned.
Keep
You're taking too many punches. Stand up.
Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Dynamite's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. The Hitman's really disappointing us with his lack of work to the body.
Yeah, it is.
He has found his groove with his right hand. Good-looking counterpunch. So we come to the end of the round. And clearly a confidence booster for this man. He got to his opponent. He was able to stun him. Teddy, when a fighter comes back after doing what he just did, do you see them almost light up, like get a little boost of energy because of that?
Yeah, it does build your confidence a little bit. You know, it makes you feel more secure. I can control this man. I had my way.
Dynamite's fighting real smart here on the outside. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Committing up top now. He goes there again. He scored well after being hit himself. seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Now he's telling us everything you need to know about what his condition is. We saw him stunned earlier in this fight. Now the clinching.
Yeah, this is a true polygraph test for a fighter. He's telling you the truth. I don't feel right. It's up to his opponent now to take advantage of that.
Oh! That is a serious counter punch right there. Another round, will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Putting his punches together, landing 2 shots there. Dynamite's ability to properly throw and land his combinations has been stunning. Teddy, why is he so successful?
Because you just said it, he's putting them together. You know, 1 or 2 wouldn't land, but he's handcuffing the guy. And the first 2 punches, they set up the 3rd and 4th.
And he's holding.
Come on, guys, keep apart. Punch it out. Come on, punch it out.
Another one lands. What a good counterpunch by the hitman. Teddy, it's one of my favorite times of one of our fight broadcasts. When we make the declaration, he has to have a knockout to win.
And how's he going to do it? Well, I think he's got to be a photographer. He's got to be a guy that goes in the dark room, really, Joe. And start looking at the negatives. So in the night, a lot of pictures have been taken. He's got to go now and look back at those pictures and remember something, that he saw something. He saw a moment. He saw a spot where the guy dropped his hand. He pulled back. And he's got to go, and he's got to act on that moment.
Able to show you his blocking ability. Not much action as he just ties up.
Keep busy, guys. Come on now, keep busy.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Oh, he is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor.
Come on, guys, punch it out. Punch it out, no holding.
Making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
And he's holding. Well, his opponent doesn't like that, but that's exactly what he was trying to do, just create some space there. that punch away. The Hitman's doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned earlier in this fight, but he's sticking to that game plan.
You know, I like that. You know, I want to see how a guy behaves under pressure. He hasn't panicked, you know. He still believes in his identity, believes in his talents, his abilities, and he's going to stay that way unless the guy convinces him later on.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block.
Move your head.
Returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Very nice defensive guard there. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. A headshot block. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Wow, is he defensively sound. And now a little combination punching, landing both shots. So the round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas sitting with you ringside. I know you had a very busy week before you flew here out to broadcast this fight, doing your charitable contributions back in Staten Island with the Dr. Theodore. Oh, and there you go. The Hitman. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time. Gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
In a bad place right now. He was tagged. Oh, look at that. You know you need space to punch. He realizes that, so he pushes his opponent. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Wow! The Hitman. Oh, he comes right up the middle with an uppercut that floors him. But able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Wow, he goes down again.
This going to be called the elevator fight. Up and down all night.
Is over. Dynamite's gonna be partying tonight. A knockout victory. It doesn't get better than that.
Your winner, Dynamite.
Dynamite's your winner by impressive knockout victory.
And he did it just the way he had to. Stayed on the outside and used those quick hands all night.
It was a good one indeed. And for Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time at the fights.